again. It's Helen Norton here, and I'm on day 11 of my 30-day watercolour challenge. So today's painting ended up being this one, which is called Paddock Rose. And what I did is I just used the other methods that we've been running through with a really fast graded wash, and then just boom, put some gouache flowers on for impact. And I think that worked out quite well. I always love the stage before the details go in. That's my Miro desire. I think I like to just have the shapes with no connecting dots. It just leaves the mystery floating in the air like Miro's paintings did, which was just, I don't know, just a cornucopia for the imagination to dwell in. I didn't do a lot of talking in today's video. I just kept it mostly music, and it is pretty short, so I hope you'll just enjoy it for what it is, an indulgence in a bit of paint. So without further ado, let's go and look at the video. I'm going to do a big wash on this painting, and then I'm going to put some flowers on top. So it's a total random painting. Just mixing up a bit of my Spectrum Blue, coming down with a wash, and then I'm going to have a bit of a colour change as I go. Here we go. Actually, I'm just going to wet the paper a bit. That's a pretty terrible wash, but I don't care because it'll add to the interest. Now, of course, if I have used masking, this will be a lot easier, and I did not on purpose. If we're going to have a vase, then we have to put a vase in. But if we just have like a stem, like just as if it's like flowers coming up from the bottom, and just a big, mass here, we'll have to use gouache, but let's see what we can do. So stems everywhere, flowers everywhere. Right, let's go. I'm going to use some very bright colours here to get away with this. So we'll start with a big hero flower. That's just a brownie crimson, but it'll be our base one, the base colour. And that's where we'll come in and just make it all sing later on. And we'll use a big purple blob. These are the strong forms to start with, deep colours. Don't need too many. Not too much green. It's almost like Miro-like. I would stop right there. It's very appealing to me to just have this right like that. So just pause for a minute, Helen, and just remember that, because that to me is the essence of flower. Don't you think? I do really like it. All right, so we can actually come back in now while it's still wet and throw in some colour, or we can just use this as our base and dry, and then go from there. So we'll just do a bit of both. So I'll throw a bit of white into the top of the mauve. Just see what happens with that. Gives it a different shade. Pink, maybe a bit of white into the pink. It's touching the tops. And you could just have these abstract flower shapes. There's no need to have anything more than even this. It would do. Simply putting stems in, or not. Worth just stopping and thinking, because when you do these experiments, like I am, right in front of you, yeah, you learn things. That's why painting without boundaries, painting without borders, is actually a really rewarding thing. And it's better to sometimes just stop and turn the page on something beautiful like a discovery, and then do another one, and then take it to the, the full distance that you intended to go. So now I'll probably bugger this up now, because I'm going to go and, do things to it, but oh well, let's keep going. I was going to make that a big bright red flower, but I just keep finding that the pink is quite much more alluring. Oh, well, we'll put a bit of red in and see what happens. Red, bunchy rose. Bring in a bit of crimson. I'm going to stick to my small brush to make stems and branches and things like that. So I will use some subtle colours, just a bit of red gold and just a sap green, I think that is. And try to be very subtle. I guess I've got to pull it straight through, so no mucking around. Make sure I've got just the right amount of water on it. I liked it without the branches, or the stems myself. Sometimes it's better if things don't make sense. Now, I don't want to do a lot more to this. Yes, I better fix that up. So I feel like I lost that a little bit when I went over it. But if we sort of treat it as if it's a big rose. It's just a hint, and I think it works. And then if I take down a bit of crimson into the Still just an impression, and I think it works okay. And what are these things here? Well, I don't know what they are. Some sort of mauve coloured flower. Another gouache. Quite a lovely, strong purple. Okay, so we'll just use that too. Just think that it's probably about right, and then we could have perhaps a little bit of curls, not much. I'll do just a little bit, perhaps a big snork, George. That's enough, I think. That's pretty much all I want to do on that. It's just yet another rendition of how you can throw some flowers into a background, a really badly done background, and it still looks okay. Well, that's it. I think I'm all done for now. Thank you for joining me for day 11 and my painting, which I have titled Rose in the Paddock. Let me know in the comments if, like me, you liked it without the stems. I really just love that simplistic form. By the way, this will come up really nice using the cutout method I've been talking about in the last couple of videos, where we can make letterheads and stationery using different software to mask and cut out the images. I'll pop up an image at the end of this video so you can actually see what it's like to cut it out, because there's actually quite clear lines around the outside of the flowers. And what I meant by that, when you're painting, if you have like a blurry edge of something, see where it disappears, it will tend not to be able to cut that out when we mask and clip. But I'll explain that more in that video, which will be posted in about a week. So if you're watching this video sometime later, you'll find it in my videos called Cutting Flowers Out from Paintings for Note Paper. How's that for a title? So look for that title, and hopefully I won't change that. Anyway, this is the end of day 11, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 12. Bye.